So first things first, the idea. A lot of people, when they create or have the idea that they want to come up with a product line, the first thing you tell yourself is, oh, you can't just start with one product. You have to have like 20 products. You have to have all this extravagant money. You have to have all this business plan. You have to have all of that. I am here to tell you that honestly, my line was not bred in that way. It was bred from an idea, and that idea failed 3 times before I finally got the idea that I pushed forward. And it failed 3 times because of myself. It didn't fail because I didn't get support. It didn't fail because no one wanted to help me. It didn't fail because of any of that. It failed honestly because of myself, because I just had this outlook that you create a product and everybody's going to want it and you don't have to do anything to promote it, and it's just going to go from there. And that is not how it works. So I am going to give you guys the deets from my mistakes, and then I hope that you take these deets and you move forward and you don't make the mistakes that I made. Now, don't get me wrong. Nothing is going to work 100%. Everything that I might tell you might not work for you. It worked for me, but I still said I would pass it on to you, right? Okay. So I'm going to tell you firsthand, start with one product, okay? Start with one product. Make that one product your baby, and then you soar out. So why I say start with one product. So my first successful product that I started with was the Goddess Hair Repair Serum, okay? That serum was a serum that I created. It's my formula. I came up with the formula. I said to myself, I want something that was going to put me outside of the box from other people, that would make me stand out. So the first thing that I thought of was, what is it that I'm lacking in my environment, in my salon, that I need and that I know I can stand behind and that I care that much about and will be able to market it? The first thing I said was, okay, I want something that I can do on my own, something that is not going to cost me tons and tons and tons of money to start out with, and something that I know like the back of my hand, because you don't want to start with something that you don't know anything about, right? You want to start with something that you know something about, that you have a passion for, that you have a love for, because when you have a passion for it and a love for it, it will come naturally. You don't even have to sell it. You naturally are going to give it. It comes out because that's just what your passion is, right? So when I bred life to the Goddess Serum, I said, okay, what can I do to make my serum take me to the next level without me stepping into a realm of something that I don't even know about? So when I thought about it, I said, hey, okay, right now CBD is a very, very big industry. This was at the time that Goddess Serum was bred to life, which was a year ago. Actually, a year in the next week, it will be 1 year since that product bred life. I bred life to that product. And I said, oh man, wait a second. CBD is a huge market. It is a huge industry. How am I able to pair my idea and CBD together? That is when I decided to start really investing my time into learning about CBD, learning how CBD is made. What is CBD? Where did this term come from? How do you get it? Can it be mixed with certain things? What benefits it has? What properties I need? Who would I need to talk to for me to be able to make this work? At that point, I said, okay, I have my own product. I know that this part of the product works. I want to now pair this part of the product, or this product with it, or ingredient. It's not really a product. I want to I want to put together these two parts to make one universal shebang. And that is when I said, okay, I got my hero product. Now, I know you just said to yourself, like, hold on, what is a hero product? And why does she call it a hero product? Your hero product is that one product that is going to set you apart from anything else. It is that one product that is going to build your business. It is that one product that you stand behind, that you know is yours no matter what. It is considered to be your hero. That's why they call it a hero product. It is the life of the brand. That is your hero product, okay? So my hero product is my Goddess Hair Repair Serum. So when people tell you, oh, you can't create wealth from just one thing, or oh, you have to have 16 streams of income first, and That is all very true, but don't overbear yourself and jump down on yourself right away. You can start with one thing and make that one thing the most important thing in your company, in your business, and you grow your company from there. When I started with the Goddess Serum almost a year ago, I did not think that I would have grown to the magnitude that I have within 1 year with the Elite Hair Care USA brand. And that brand did not start with 30,000 people. It didn't even start with 4 people, to be quite honest. When I first released my serum, it was me, my kids, or I'll just say me and my family. I was working from inside my home, my office, every night after work. I'm bottling every night after work. I'm labeling every night after work. I'm packaging. I am advertising. I was doing all of it all by myself, guys. You know what I mean? And I used my family members as my employees because they were free and they would help. And from there, that's when I knew I had something, but I had to be consistent. Okay? So before you can even move further, if you are not a person who can be consistent with what you want and be persistent with what you want, creating a product line is not going to be for you. Okay? So if you have that plan in your mind and you automatically know this is what I want, this is where I want to be, and I'm going to do it, that's really the bulk of the work. The mentality is the bulk of the work. Okay? How you're thinking is the bulk of the work. So if you have that already, you are 5 times over before anyone else. I can honestly tell you, when I bred life to the Goddess Serum, I doubted myself so bad. Man, self-doubt and self-pity it was like the enemy for me. I sat and I sat and I sat, and I wouldn't bring to life the idea. I wouldn't put it together. I wouldn't do anything because my first thought was, oh, no one's gonna want another serum. No one's gonna want another serum. No one's gonna want something with CBD in it. Why would they want that? No one's gonna purchase anything from me. You know, why would they purchase something from me? I have a short haircut. Stuff like that. Like, I psych myself out before I even put the energy out there. So that is why I really am so passionate on telling people to just do it. Don't overthink it. Don't try to have your ducks in a row. Just do it. And if you don't do it, guess what? Someone else is going to do that same idea, and you're going to be sitting there like, I could have did that. That was my idea. Why didn't I do that? Oh, man. And I'm a big believer that timing is everything. Timing is everything. But don't wait too long, because time waits for no man, okay? And no idea is 100% yours. So that is very, very important. Now that you've bred life to that hero product and you know that that's the product that you want to start with, your next step is to put everything together. So when I say put everything together, you want to make sure that you have your packaging, how you want your product to be packaged. Packaging is everything, and I'm going to show you why, okay? So this is one of our newest products. This is our vitamin C serum, which is for the face. It's a part of the Elite Total Body Care line, okay? So this serum itself is a 1 ounce bottle. If you guys notice, it's in a glass bottle. My signature or my brand colors is gold, black, white, okay? Gold, black, white. And then I take a play off of that with everything that I create. There's always either some sort of gold, there's some sort of black, there's some sort of white in every single product that I release, okay? Packaging is everything. I am not going to tell you to go out and spend $80 on packaging, but you do want to make sure that you represent your brand to the absolute best of your ability. So I wanted to use this because this bottle has no label on it yet, okay? But it tells a lot about my company. It tells a lot about my look. It tells a lot about the quality of product that I am going to be delivering to you without even having a label on it yet. So if you notice, I'm going to hold it like this. It is a glass bottle. It has gold trim on the dropper, and the dropper top is white. I have already created the look of luxury. That's number 1. Expensive. Number 2, even if your line isn't expensive, there's nothing wrong with looking expensive. Okay, it doesn't have to be expensive, but it can still have that economically friendly expensive look. Okay, when you open this bottle, my dropper looks a certain way. Okay, it's not just one of the little cheapo droppers. Yes, it might have cost me an extra 10 cents because of the type of dropper that I used, but you are going to make sure that your packaging price is included in your product price. Don't always think, okay, it needs to be the cheapest product. It needs to be the cheapest product because her product is $10.99, so I have to figure out a way to make mine $2.99. That's not how it works, guys. You price your products based on exactly what market you're in and who you're identifying your brand with, okay? So this particular bottle right here is going to represent my brand. If I'm telling you that you are a goddess, I want to make sure that my packaging looks just the same, okay? So you want to make sure that whatever packaging you choose, that packaging for that product is precise to what you want people to see your brand as, how you want them to how you want your message delivered, how you want your product delivered, okay? And it needs to portray that from the outside in. Because remember, the first thing that they see is what it looks like. After they see what it looks like, then they see if it works. Appearance is everything. First impression, lasting impression. And that also goes with products. Now, where are you able to get packaging from? Packaging can be very expensive, and it can also be very cheap. I can tell you now, anything that is in metal elements or shiny typically costs a little bit more, but it will be worth the investment later on. And it took me a very long time to understand that when it came on to packaging my actual products. Because at first I was like, I wanted to find the most economically friendly way to, get my stuff. And I want to make $10. I want to be able to buy a Bentley off of one bottle of product, hypothetically speaking. But at the end of the day, that really doesn't work. Because if I am going to say that I'm a luxury brand, I have to have luxury product and luxury packaging. But it doesn't have to always cost luxury money. Okay? So there are a lot of different companies out there that you can use. I can tell you now, for those of you who are new and you're just starting up, companies like SKS bottles, like the word SKS bottles, that is a great place to start because you can start with very low quantities. You can start with, you have a very large inventory of packaging ideas that you can go through. And all of the companies that I'm giving you guys, I have no affiliation with any one of them. They're not paying me anything, but these are companies that I have been using for years. And honestly, it works for me. Why won't it work for you? SKS is a great place to start. Amazon is actually another great place to start, where if you are starting with 10 bottles of a product, you can get a little 10 case of bottles that already are in its whole, and it won't cost you as much because you're starting with a small quantity. And then as you get larger, you are able to move forward to companies that are larger, like McKernan or Berlin Packaging. Those are different companies that you can also look into. I can be very honest, Amazon was the first place that I started with my packaging because I did not have, I didn't want to make 5,000 bottles at one time. You know what I mean? I wanted to make 10 bottles at one time and see how it would go and then go from there. So I started with my packaging from Amazon, you guys. So don't be afraid to take advantage of vendors of that nature because you're growing. Don't try to grow too big, too fast, too soon, and then you end up psyching yourself out. It's okay to start small. It's okay to start with 10 bottles. It's okay to start with one box. It's okay to start with 2 boxes. That doesn't mean you have to jump up and go and spend $10,000 and find a distributor and they need to make this for you and you got to do this. No, guys. Take it down a notch and start where you're comfortable, okay? So like I said, Amazon is a great place to find packaging, especially like for glass bottles, stuff like this. It's Amazon is everything. I started with Amazon, and then from Amazon, when I started growing just a little bit larger and I knew I needed things in maybe 2 dozen or 3 dozen, and I knew that I couldn't get it on Amazon at that point because maybe that seller wasn't on there anymore. That's when I moved on to SKS Bottles. That's when I moved on to BerlinPackaging.com. That's another great place. Great company to go through and get your stuff, where you are able to buy things in individual pieces if needed, or you can buy it in cases, and it's very affordable. Okay, it's very, very affordable. Now, another thing with packaging that I also want to mention, you're not going to always get it right the first time. Okay, and I'm only using this bottle because it's the one that I have with me. I am going to give you an example of another one of my hero products after my first hero product. This is our Elite Hair Repair and Growth Conditioner. This is the conditioner. I was going to say shampoo, okay? When this product first came out, this was not how my bottle looked, okay? I did have a white bottle, and it had a black top, and the label was very flat in color, and it was not the right size, and it was not very professional looking, but I was just starting. I was not perfect. I was learning about shampoos and conditioners. I was learning about that realm of life in regards to products, okay? And guys, this is less than a year ago, okay? I know about how to make shampoos. I know about viscosity and all that stuff, but packaging is a genius in its own, okay? And it took me a long time to understand packaging and value in packaging. So when it came down time for this product, and this product became very, very popular very quickly because of, number one, the name, okay? And I'll go back to talking about your name in just a moment. But number two, it was a product that actually worked. And then I determined that packaging and how my products looked really is what sealed the deal for me with everything that I did. So I'm going to break down this bottle in its entirety, because I want you to understand from start to finish how important the appearance of your bottle is, okay? So number one, the label. The label. For those of you who don't know anything about labels, you basically want to make sure that you are following the FDA standards for whatever it is that you're doing. If it's a product that doesn't really have a standard, like most beauty products don't really have a standard, except for like makeup and stuff that require an expiration date on them, that kind of thing. And I think they don't even require that, but don't quote me on that part. You want to make sure that your label really gets the information across, okay? I hate to see those labels that look like you printed it on a inkjet printer. The ink is running, your company name isn't on there, you barely have product information on there. No one knows how to contact you from the actual label. No one knows whose product it is. It's just a product with a name on it, and it just has your Instagram name at the bottom. No. It's very important that you make sure that you represent your brand to the fullest in how your labels are, or how your bottle looks, or how your label is presented on the bottle, okay? So if you notice on this bottle, and there is actually one thing that's changing about this label that I don't know if you've noticed just yet, but you will notice it in just a moment, okay? So with this label, it automatically tells you the company that created it, which is Elite Hair Care USA. I have my logo on every single item that is a part of my company. There should be no bottle, box, anything that does not have your company name on it. That is your brand, that is you, and this is going to tell people whose product this is going forward, okay? Number two, it has, what the product name is. This is the Elite Hair Repair and Growth Conditioner, okay? On this side, it gives you a description of the product, directions, and then who the product is distributed by, which is Elite Hair Care USA. And if your product is made in the USA, which I am very proud of, I make sure that I have my USA flag on there. If it's not made in the USA, I don't put my USA flag on there, okay? And then on this side, it has the ingredients, which is also very important. So these are the elements that are required for your label. Definitely whose product it is, the product name, ingredients, directions. Okay, that is very, very important. Now, the one thing that is actually changing about this label is the flatness of my logo on the bottle. This is by choice, that is not required. If you notice, I have a lot of metallic elements. This now represents the type of brand that I'm offering. So my metallic elements are a part of my brand. So my actual company name is going to also be metallic in the next run of these labels, which I can tell you guys, for those of you who are looking to get your labels printed, Avery.com is a great place for startup labels. When I first started, I was getting sheet labels from them with these same metallic elements. It was very high-end labels, waterproof labels. You want to make sure that your labels go well with what it is that you're offering. If I'm offering a shampoo, I want to make sure that my label is not going to melt. So Avery is a great place to get your labels. U Printing is another great place to get your labels. Sticker Mule is a great place. Lightning Labels. Those are 4 good places that I can name off the top of my head that you can run labels in small batches. That is affordable, especially because you are just now starting your product line. You don't want to go out and spend $1,000, okay? To be quite honest, I think with my first batch of Goddess Serum, I spent maybe $400 between ingredients, and this is just over time, $400 between ingredients, products, labels, learning how to package it. That was another thing that I had to learn. I had to learn how to package it. I had to learn how to source my ingredients, how to source my packaging, how to source my labels. So I'm giving you guys all the beginners places that you can do all of this. So you've already figured out where you can get your packaging from. You've already figured out where you can get your labels printed. So for those of you who are like, okay, now that you say labels, but who's going to create the label for me? I'm going to give you the deets, guys. So there is a website that you can use for those of you who do not have a graphic designer on call, at your beck and call, that you can trust, that you actually can reputably say you can deal with them. There is a website that you can use called Fiverr.com, Fiverr.com. Fiverr is a place where it has millions of freelance people that do different things based on what your needs are. So if you need a product label, you literally can go to Fiverr.com, type in the word product label, and it's going to bring up hundreds of different designers at different prices that is affordable to you, that can do your design for you in the specifications of how you want it. That is something that is digitally done. So it's not something that you have to sit with someone to do. You can go and outsource a label creation to someone on Fiverr. Let's say you don't know how to create your product description that you want to go on your bottle. You can go to Fiverr and pay someone to create a product description for you. A lot of people don't know that Fiverr has been around for so many years. I think I've been using Fiverr for maybe over 10 years now. If not 10 years, maybe a little bit less. But I was using Fiverr even before my hair business. I was using Fiverr for things that I was doing in school, writing essays. I was using Fiverr. So Fiverr is a place that you can definitely take advantage of, and it's something that it's an amazing tool, and it's very cost effective, and you can go based on your budget, okay? So I've already given you the deets on packaging. I've given you the deets on the idea. I've given you the deets on the label. I've given you the deets on how to get the packaging designed. So the only thing that's left for you to do now is get your website, get your product on it, get it sold. And I did that in less than 30 minutes. So if I can give you those deets in less than 30 minutes, and now is the time that I'm telling each and every one of my fellow goddesses and goddess husbands out there. I don't know what's the male version of a goddess. A god. I knew that. Okay, all my goddesses and gods out there. And I don't mean that in the, okay? But there's no reason why you can't take that idea that you've been sitting on in your pocket and not put that to life. Okay? I just gave you all the deets. Take those deets, start that product line, and when you do start your product line, don't forget to send me one of your products so I can definitely test it out and give you some of my, No, I'm just playing. Don't forget your girl over here, okay? I want to see everybody successful. I want to see everybody rolling out their product lines. I want to see everybody doing their thing, because guess what? You have nothing but time right now. A lot of us have about 30 more days to be sitting here doing nothing. So now is the time when you should definitely be working on that hero product that you've had in the making for a very long time, okay? So I hope you guys took some good information from this video. I know it wasn't extremely long, but I just wanted to come and just really give you guys some encouragement to tell you that everything is possible. You just have to be consistent and know that that's what you want to do. Okay, guys? Thanks so much for watching. And don't forget, hit the subscribe button, thumbs up this video. I have so many more business videos coming. I try to do business and hair and all that stuff. For those of you who are new to my channel, please don't forget, like I said, thumbs up this video, comment down below, tell me if this information was of value to you, and definitely hit that subscribe button. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.